Hey guys, welcome to BLONITY Daily. First, my little disclaimer is no financial advice, my own opinion and estimates. My estimates could be completely wrong. Don't trust, always verify, understand the numbers, be aware of scammers, and you know the best how to invest your money. Please be aware that I'm invested in Riot Blockchain, Marathon Patent Group, Bit Digital, Hive Blockchain, Argo Blockchain, Bitfarms, Hut8, Galaxy Digital, Ether Capital, KR1, which is Kryptonite 1, and DMG Blockchain right now. So let's jump right into it. Another good day for us overall, I would say. Very nice movements here. First of all, the Bitcoin price, we can see we smashed the $40,000, but then there was a nice drop here, like 10%, very short term, to 36,000. And yeah, nice recovery to right now $38,700. So at these marks like 30,000, 40,000, people often think, maybe this is the big correction happens there, and then there's always a sell-off, but not big, and then it recovers, and then we jump over this mark, and I think we will be above $40,000 very, very fast. So it's 5% in green Bitcoin today. Ethereum also very nice with more than $1,200. So we're approaching the all-time high of like $1,400 from 2018 in January. But let's go to our stocks. We have Hive Blockchain with 10% in green. A little bit disappointing to me. I was swapping the last few days into Hive Blockchain. I increased my position there. I increased my Hut8 position big, very big. So this is very good right now. It's 31% in green. I sold a lot of Argo stocks in the last 3 days. I started on Tuesday with a small batch. On yesterday I sold a lot, and today I sold an even bigger amount. So I decreased my Argo position right now to 9% in my portfolio, and my Hut8 position is right now above 20% because I think that Hut8 has a long way to go, and Argo right now is a little bit overheated because a 10x within a week or so is it's crazy a little bit, and that's why I decreased my position here. I mean, maybe they release tomorrow news like we will have 1 exahash more in May or so with new hardware, then it will jump like crazy again. But we can see in the London Stock Exchange like 57% today in green, but it's closed since a few hours. But in the US, it dropped very big. From it was close to $2, or it was $2. So that was only 7x away from my target for the end of 2021, which is $14. From my first forecast, it was $14, and a lot of people thought, this is crazy, $14, because it was 110x at that time. It was 4 weeks ago. So now it was 7x today. So it looks now a little bit more realistic, I think. But the people forget very fast, I guess. But yeah, it looks like Argo is now due for a correction. We will see how this plays out. I decreased my position in the last few days. I told you every day that I'm doing this, and I'm swapping into Bitfarms. I increased my Bitfarms position, Hut8 position, and Hive Blockchain position. And yeah, also the US guys are doing very good today. Riot Blockchain like 18% in green, and Mara Blockchain 31%. Mara is doing very good with their 10 exahash goal. This is doing very good, and after the big dilution, we're now recovering. And yeah, Mara is right now the biggest miner, the biggest publicly traded miner. I will show you later the market cap. Bit Digital is still on the consolidation phase here, so that looks very nice, but for a buy or so. But we will see how this all plays out. The other miners here, DMG Blockchain with 46% in green, very small position in my portfolio. Ether Capital 4%, KR1 again doing good with 12%. Yeah, very nice, I guess. So let's move on to my Twitter. So a lot of tweeting today. First of all, UNS. This is the PR the chief of PR, or whatever how you want to call it, PR manager of Hut 8. And she tweeted yesterday that release is coming shortly. Today we had a release. I will show you in a few seconds. But it's plural here. She says release is coming shortly. So I think we're at the beginning of a nice news flow of Hut 8, and that's why I'm big right now in Hut 8. I think they have a lot to deliver right now because this new CEO, it was very quiet, and I think they were preparing for some nice updates. I hope there will be some operational updates soon, but I think Hut 8 is for me, it was very boring in the last few weeks, and that's why I'm stepping into it right now, and I think they will make huge moves. So Mateos has a nice video about Argo Blockchain again. From Funky Finance. So these are the news here from Hut 8. I will show you soon. First, Twitter. We passed 1 trillion market cap for crypto, not Bitcoin, but all crypto. Bitcoin is above 700 billion USD right now, and the whole crypto market is right now above 1 trillion. So the gold market cap is 10 trillion. So if we go 10x now, we can reach the gold market cap. Also, there's a tweet from Plan B. The stock to flow model is on track like clockwork. We can see it here. We're moving very fast to the 100k. Looks very nice. From Hodl George, there was a nice tweet. Because Hut 8, the former partner was Bitfury, and they have a lot of equipment from Bitfury. They can buy at other mining manufacturers, but I think they have a good relationship to Bitfury because the chairman is Bill Tai. He's I think the CFO of Bitfury or so. I'm not 100% sure about it, but Hodl George, he's also from Bitfury. He said that yes, Bitfury is working on 5 nanometer chip, and yes, once it's taped out, Hut 8 will be one of the first customers. So yeah, maybe that's a hint here. We will see. Maybe it's in the future, but that looks very nice to me. Also, what's very nice that Frank Holmes from Hive, he tweeted twice about my videos, which is very great. Thanks for this, Frank. And also Jamie Leverton from Hut 8 is following me right now on Twitter, so that's a lot of fun for me. I think that's very great. But let's move on, and yeah, we have news from Hut 8, and I think this is just the beginning, but this is very good news. And they want to generate yield on their Bitcoin holdings. So they transfer 1,000 Bitcoins to Genesis, where they have their loan, by the way, and they will get 4% rate of return on its BTC holdings. So they start with 1,000 Bitcoin, which is a good amount, and right now this is like $40 million US. So if you get 4% on these $40 million US, this is per year 1.6 million without doing anything. And if we expect the rise in Bitcoin with an average price this year for maybe 80,000 or so, this could be 3.2 million US. And if they increase their Bitcoins for yield generation or to 2,000 Bitcoins, it could be like 7 or 8 million US. So this is so great if you have these big Bitcoin holdings like Hut 8 with the 2,900 Bitcoins or so. You have this big revaluation in this year. If Bitcoin, let's say, goes to 200,000, you have from here to the end of the year, you have 160,000 US per Bitcoin in revaluation. And on top of this, you can generate these yields like 4% right now. And this is a very nice business model. I really like it. I have to include it in my BMXI, which is a lot of work, but I will do it. That's for sure. And it would help Hut 8 to be more profitable. They will be paid in fiat. So they can they can pay their expenses with fiat from these yields. Very nice. And what's also very nice is that Jamie Leverton says, our current momentum and trajectory are just the start of what's to come in 2021 for Hut 8 and its investors. So they're basically saying, guys, this is just the beginning. There is lots to come. And yeah, we expected this, and yeah, that's why I'm very bullish right now on Hut 8. Let's move to Bitfarms. They closed their 20 million Canadian dollar private placement with institutional investors from the US. So Bitfarms right now has a lot of cash, I guess, and they will get 20 million or so more, or 25 million Canadian dollars more with the warrants when they're executed, or you know what I mean. And yeah, they need it for expansion. I think we will soon hear about some hardware purchases and some expansion plans for Sherbrooke, for example, or some other facilities, maybe St. Hyacinthe or so for Bitfarms. So that's also very bullish for Bitfarms, because they have right now the lowest market cap, and yeah, that. I think they have a huge potential right now. For Argo Blockchain, there was a little bit dilution today from 309 million common shares to 317 million common shares. So there were some options, some warrants exercised. So small dilution here. That's the news here. So let's check the data from Bitcoin right now and Ethereum. The transactions here are very high, close to 400,000 in Bitcoin and 1.3 million for Ethereum. The block time is low in Bitcoin because the hash rate is very high. We see a big hash rate increase. The next difficulty adjustment is going to be like 13% or so. The fees are not so big with 114 BTC right now. Yeah, the difficulty will rise, I told you. Hash rate rising with like 160 exahash right now. I think we will have every difficulty adjustment like 5 to 10% in the upcoming month. So every 2 weeks a difficulty adjustment. This is very common in this in these bull markets. And the mining profitability is very high right now with 27.8 cents per day per terahash. So we are way above my model right now, which is at 22 cents or so. And also in Ethereum, we have right now 9.5 cents per day per megahash. So there we're also way above my model right now. And this is very good. So it seems like my model is conservative right now. But there could be a correction, so I will not adjust it right now. We will see what happens then. Yeah, there was a comment on Reddit. Someone forwarded me. Thank you for this. There was a guy who said, yeah, I'm doing a good job here, BLONITY, but I'm missing the big picture. The hash rate will increase significantly and the miners will not make money. And I will discuss this a little bit with you. I really like this critics because I'm not God or so. I can make mistakes, and this is very good to be always to remember always why you're in there and what's the potential here, and that's what I want to discuss with you here. So let's check the Bitcoin profitability from the last bull run. So the last bull run was from 2017 to 2018. Excuse me. So in the halving was here in July 2016. So this time it was in May 2020. So very similar here. So we are right now at the beginning of 2020. Here it was at the beginning 2021. Here was the beginning of 2017. So 4 years ago. And what we can see here is a rise in the Bitcoin mining profitability, because and it was big. It was like from 68 cents to like 3.5 or 3.8 US dollars. So at least a 6x increase, and I can tell you why. The price, it's two things that influence the mining profitability. It's the price of Bitcoin and the hash rate. The hash rate is physically limited. You need electricity, and you need cheap electricity. Okay, in the bull market you can also have more expensive electricity to be profitable, but in the bear market you will not. So the miners are seeking for cheap electricity. So this is the first part. You need electricity, which is physically limited, but not that big. It seems like the number two is more important, the big bottleneck right now of these mining machines, the mining equipment. You need also these miners, because only electricity does not generate any bitcoins. You need these new mining computers like the S19 from Bitmain or the Watts miner M30S or so. And yeah, the manufacturers, they had a tough time in the bear market, so they were, it was not easy to survive for them. So their production capacity is now very limited, and they will increase in the upcoming months, but it will take some time to get the big batches of these machines, because they're competing with a lot of other industries like the GPU, graphic cards, like AI chips, because all these mining chips, as I'm aware of, are manufactured by TSMC. And this is the real bottleneck, because TSMC, it's a Taiwan manufacturer for chips. I think one of the biggest in the world, or the biggest. And all these mining companies are getting their chips from these companies. And they have other clients like the AI guys, like the GPUs, like AMD, Nvidia. And if you haven't ordered a few months ago, it's going to be very difficult to get the chips in time. And that's why the small manufacturers, in my opinion, will get problems. And yeah, maybe Bitmain, they secured a lot, I think, because they're very big. But yeah, their production capacity is also limited. And I think what we will see again is we will see the big increase of the hash rate after the Bitcoin bull run peak. And I will show you what happened last time. I hope this works right now. We can see it here, the hash rate and the price of Bitcoin. Yeah, I hope this works. Yes, it works. It works fine. This line here is the bull run of Bitcoin in 2017. So we peaked at 20,000, and we can see here the hash rate. It peaked up in 2017, and it increased like 6x or so. But the growth continued after the peak, and that peaked, the hash rate peaked at the end of 2018, or in autumn of 2018, and the price was very low there. And then we had this price drop here from 6,000 USD to 3,000, and that was the capitulation phase for the miners. So a lot of miners went bankrupt there, and yeah, that's the new start of the next phase here, of the next growth in hash rate. And I think we will see this again, because the mining manufacturing companies, they're trying to increase right now their capacity, but it will take some time, and the big peak in hash rate will be a lot after the price peak in Bitcoin. So that's why I think I'm selling a lot of stocks when I think the Bitcoin bull run peak is there, because then it's going to be a very tough time for miners, because falling prices and increasing hash rate means a very small mining profitability, which I will show you here right now. Where is the mining profitability? We can see it here. Wait a sec. I will show you here. So this was the end of 2017. Bitcoin was at 20,000. This is the mining profitability. We were at close to $4, and then we dropped very fast, very big, because prices were dropping and the hash rate was rising, because also a lot of people cashed out here. They sold a lot of Bitcoins and say, oh, we're going mining because this is so profitable. And then they're starting their new companies, the startups, they need a lot of capital. And then the conditions getting better, getting worse. And then they go bankrupt. And then the big giants are getting bigger. And I think this will happen again. So this is, in my opinion, not a big issue. This Reddit comment, in my opinion, is not correct. We will, after the bull run, yes, okay, it's going to be tough, but you have to sell a lot of shares there. That is how it is. Yes, and there was another comment from one follower from me, which said, yeah, maybe Mara is wrong in your BMXI, because your BMXI is only short term, and Mara has its big increase until the end of this year to 10 exahash. And I was thinking about to adjust my BMXI to increase the Stratex to 1 year, because the Stratex is only 180 days in the future. But the focus is more on the 30 days in the future and the 90 days in the future. And I don't want to change this, because I think the short term is more important than the long term. But for example, right now, HUD 8 runs like more than 1 exahash. It runs that since 1 year or so, and it runs it very successful. And then we have Mara, which has right now 200 petahash, like nothing. And they say in 1 year we have 10 exahash. A lot of things can happen, I can tell you. Like Bitmain, maybe they have some issues with the delivery of these miners. Or there's another lockdown and the miners could not be shipped to Northern America. Or the transformer is missing of the mining facility. Or the facility has some issues. Or there's a government ban. Or. That can happen a lot. So I think to compare these two, Hut 8 is a lot less risky than Mara, but I really like Marathon, and that's why I have a huge stock price target, but not in the BMXI, but in my long-term forecast. And I think right now, the BMXI is maybe a little bit too low right now for Mara, because they have a very low hash rate, like 200 petahash, so close to nothing. And in the end of the year, they will have like 10 exahash, which is very, very big, bigger than all the others. And I think that's why the BMXI is not working right now properly for Mara. I have a lot bigger precision in my portfolio than the BMXI suggests. So I think we have to wait 1 or 2 months for the BMXI to adjust for Mara properly. Because the hash rate will increase in February and March very significantly, and then I think the BMXI will work for Mara. So right now I don't look for my portfolio adjustments on the BMXI. Okay, so I think, guys, that's it for today. Another nice day for us. Bitcoin, maybe we can get above the 40,000 right now. Maybe we consolidate a little bit. We will see. But it's very exciting right now. My portfolio is up this week for like 93%, so I'm very happy about this. My portfolio with all the miners. So maybe we can reach like 100% tomorrow. I hope your portfolio is doing even better. I hope this for you because it was a good week, and I hope your profits are great. So thank you very much, guys, and see you in the next one. Auf Wiedersehen.